What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Working on a 2015 Chevy Tahoe. Customer comes in and has a rough ride on his air ride shocks. So this is going to be that fix for that. Test drove it. I found out his right front shock is really stiff. So we're going to change this strut and then test drive it afterwards, see if it does okay. So let's get into this video. Okay, here's his front shock strut assembly right here. What we're going to need to do is in here is the connector. We're going to need to disconnect it, get it out of a little prong. You need to pry all these things up right here. And then down here there are two 15mm bolts. We're going to need to take these two bolts out. And up here there's three 18mm nuts. We're going to have one here, one there, and one there. We're going to get those three nuts off. We're going to get those two bolts out, get all our wiring loose in here off of the nuts and everything, and then we'll be on to our next phase of the job. Now we got the strut out, I'm going to show you how to take it apart and get the connector off and rewire it back to the new connector. So if you don't have a strut compressor and you're doing this at home and have the single ones on each side, just make sure that, see how this one's on the bottom? This one needs to be on the bottom. This one's on top, this one needs to be on top. What I like to do is there's a little groove in right in here. I'll set my lower one in, I'll set my upper one, then my other one, my other one. So when I compress this spring, it'll compress down. Right here on the connector, there's little tabs right here. 1, 2, 3, and of course that one's 4 right in there. You'll need to pry those tabs up so you can open this clip up to get it off of here, because this is like a retainer for your wires right here onto the actual plug-in itself. So you need 2 hands to do that. Get that done, be right back. Okay, I got this off. What you can do now is those little tabs you pried up, just use your finger right here and press them back. See how it's up? Just press it back down. So when you put it back on, it's going to clip in. And this connector right here, if you don't have the pin outs to get in there to do it, this is how you do it. Yank on it. Do not pull it slow. You pull it slow, it'll ruin the tabs inside this connector and the wires won't lock in. You grab it and yank. So next thing you're going to need to do is get a little crescent wrench to hold the top up here, and a little 18mm ratchet, and you're gonna compress the spring, and then till you can turn the bottom right here. That's when you know it'll be loose, and then we'll get this top nut off. Okay, see, now I got it collapsed and I kind of turn this. You want to make sure that these go back in the same position. And the trick to that is up here on the top spring, you see where this coil is butted into the rubber to the upper housing? That is a straight line to where your shock needs to be centered at. That'll help you go back in straight. So yeah, let's get this nut off and then we'll pull the shock out. Okay, got it off. There it is right there on the floor. Make sure you take the plastic ring off. Clean it off if it's all oily or residuey. And to get the shock back in, the easiest way I found is this comes off. You just remember, you want to kind of mark it. You don't have any marks on it, so you remember which way it goes in, because there is pilot holes here for it to fall into. But this one's with the mark is close to my straight edge, so I'll remember Then we're going to feed the wire and everything through there. So, need 2 hands, let's get that done. Alright, putting these wires back into the connector. They're just going to slide in right there. Make sure they come out the right hole. I think it's the bottom hole on this one. But it doesn't matter which way you get these wires. They could go either way when you're redoing the connector or putting the connector back on. So let me get that on. Okay, got those in. Put my my wire hold down back in. Make sure not to forget that. Like I said, even if you have the pin out tool, I recommend just yanking on it, because the pin out tool usually damages those terminals more than yanking it does. Alright guys, now we got the strut installed, we are going to need to go into the suspension control module and reset the trim height. So we'll get into that right now. Here's my computer. Let's get into this. We got to reset the trim height because there's little level sensors on each tire that has to do with your yaw rate sensor. Down here. Okay, everything should be out of the vehicle, any loads or anything. And then reset this. If you don't reset it, I mean, it really won't cause any major issues unless you had a strut really compressed up in there. If it was like really pressed closed or stuck open, that would be the only time it's really going to affect your trim height. You can pretty much just, if it wasn't, you could take it out and just reinstall it, it should be fine. But that's my video on how to change your front air ride suspension shock. I hope you liked this video. Please hit the like button, subscribe down below. Until next time, you have a good night.